Yo, what up? It's your boy Heck to the tech, to the get that check. And today I want to talk about my mother's heart attack. When my mother had a heart attack, that gave me PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, now my mom's always been an asthmatic. You know, she's always had asthma since a little girl. Um, I don't know if she was born with it, but I think she caught it when she was very young, and she's always had to deal with asthma, and all my life I had to see my mom, with the asthma pumps, watching her struggle to breathe, and with the asthma pumps, and this and that. There was this one time, my mom went to Brooklyn. She went to Brooklyn with my sister and a couple other people to my uncle's house in Brooklyn. I stayed home, you know what I mean, and my sister, she went out with my cousins, and she was doing a thing, I don't know, just hanging out in Brooklyn, and my mom was kind of stressing out about it. You know what I mean? They say stress is the number one killer, right? Something like that. Car accidents and stress, whatever. And so my mother was really stressed that she was out with my cousins in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And she wasn't really happy about it. I don't know if that was the real reason or if my mom was eating some bad-ish, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff she shouldn't have been eating. But anyway, um, my sister came back. Um, on the way home, my mom started getting chest pains. My mom's my mom was driving. She was getting chest pains, and she was at the same time she was getting asthma. You know what I mean? Now, chest pains and asthma, a heart attack and getting asthma at the same time is pretty crazy. And she had my grandmother there with her. My grandmother was in the passenger seat. My sister was in the back seat. I wasn't there, you know what I mean? I stayed home, but I could imagine, you know what I'm saying? I just pictured it in my brain like the I pictured the scene, like how crazy it was. You know what I'm saying? My sister never really told me about it. I never spoke to my sister really about that situation. But so 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 mom was driving home. She was having chest pain. She couldn't breathe. She's driving home from Brooklyn to Queens, and she's going through some terrible. This is coming from my mother. My mother told me this. All right, she's going through some terrible moments. Right? She can't breathe. She having asthma attack. She can't breathe. She got chest pains. She's like, let me just drive them home. Let me just get my family home. And that's that. And at that time, I was going through some bad moments at that time. Like me and my girl had just split up. Me and my girl at that time had just split up. Like I was literally watching Martin every day to cheer me up. I was watching Martin every day in my bed, depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so upset that me and this girl split up. Right? I was so upset. So I was just watching Martin every day, and then now this happens. You know what I'm saying? This happens. So my mom gets home. Every, excuse me. Everybody's panicking. Normally, everybody's panicking. We quickly call an ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Because I see my mom. You know what I'm saying? I see my mom. I see how she's reacting, and we call an ambulance. And thankfully our neighbor at that time, she worked at the hospital. She worked at the hospital. So I ran straight to the neighbor and I was like, yo, can you help? Can you help me? It- there's something wrong with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Can you help me? There's something wrong with my mother. You know what I'm saying? And she's actually the one that called the ambulance. You know what I'm saying? And she actually worked at the hospital that my mom got sent to. You know what I mean? And so my mom had what they call a asthmatic heart attack. So asthma attack that caused a heart attack, right? You don't hear too many of those. That's crazy right there. You you know what I'm saying? People have heart attacks and they can still breathe sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They just what I'm saying? My mother just couldn't breathe, you know what I'm saying? You're having an asthma attack while you're having a heart attack. That's crazy, you know what I mean? So so I was telling this lady, oh please call the ambulance. My mother's throwing up on herself, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Which everybody's panicking and then the ambulance finally came and my mom's throwing up and she's saying, my mom's screaming, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. You know what I mean? I'm going to die. The people in the ambulance were like, calm down, relax, relax, relax. We're going to put you in here, relax. You know what I'm saying? And they put her in there. They put her in the ambulance and um, they took her to the hospital. We went to the hospital. They put her on the breathing machine. I could see my mother. She was struggling to breathe on that machine. You know, I don't. Yo, it was crazy seeing my mother on that breathing machine. Like she was really struggling to breathe. Like I could see her. Like yo, not only was she having asthma, heart attack, but she was also going through mad anxiety. You know what I mean? And I was witnessing this. I was like, I was a young buck. You know what I'm saying? I was a little kid. I was like 15, you know what I mean, 16, whatever. Yeah, yeah, I was around that age, you know what I'm saying? No, maybe a little bit older, 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, because that's when I broke up with whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Anyway, so my mother is straight. Coco Bark once again messing up my videos, but I love my little Coco Bark. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Damn, Coke, what's wrong with you, boy? Alright, so what happened was so yeah, so I was watching my mother struggling to breathe in the ER, you know what I mean? They had her on this machine and yo, she was she was I saw her struggling to breathe. It was really killing me seeing my mother like that. Like, yo, when you see a loved one, you know what I'm saying? Like you go nuts, like you about to you know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom's is right there, you know what I'm saying? She's like her legs are going all over the place, her hands are going all over the place, and she got this breathing thing on her mouth and I'm just like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they had to they had to seduce my mom, whatever they had to do. They put her in the ICU, you know. They did what they did. They did surgery, whatever they did, you know. My mom was in a coma for 20 days. She was in coma for 20 days. You know, I went to visit her all the time. They were saying the machine was breathing for her, you know, like the machine was breathing for her, you know. The machine was breathing for her, and I was going crazy. I was like, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother was taking care of me, you know what I mean? My grandmother was taking care of us. You know, she was the one feeding us and cooking, whatever, you know what I mean? Freaking one day I just got on my knees and I prayed so hard. I prayed to Jesus so hard. I mean, I'm talking about crying. My tears were falling like Niagara Falls, no lie. I just spoke to Jesus. I spoke to God and I was crying. I was like, please don't let my mother go, you know? And our next door neighbor, she worked at the hospital. And you know what's crazy? That she actually worked in in the ICU unit. So she was always checking up on her regularly, and I remember going there to see my mom in ICU, and and I mean, she was knocked out, like knocked out. You know what I'm saying? We was praying for her, and she finally woke up after 20 days. She finally woke up after 20 days, and she opened her eyes. You know what I mean? And she started writing on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? She started writing on a piece of paper, and she said, "I love you, my babies." You know what I'm saying? That made me happy. what I'm saying? That made me happy. It made me feel like, you know what I'm saying? My mom is fighting, you know what I'm saying? She's back, right? You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. But she was still on the machine. The machine was still breathing for her. The machine was still breathing for her, you know what I mean? And eventually, you know, she would get better. They took her off the machine. She could breathe on her own. Um, she got better, you know, eventually, you know what I'm saying? Um, every now and then, I mean, you know, she got sent she got sent home. She was doing better, you know what I mean? Every now and then she would get these asthma attacks. They had this machine for her, this breathing machine. You know, whenever she would get an asthma attack, she would have to breathe in it and whatever. I remember it happened again. Um, but it wasn't a heart attack. It was just a really bad asthma attack. It happened again. She had the machine, and I remember just sitting there praying. Oh my God, I was like praying by my mother's side, like please let this machine help her. You know what I'm saying? You know, like let me tell you. But thankfully, you know what I'm saying. Nowadays, my mom is I mean my mom is still alive. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? She made it this far. You know what I mean? Like, um, I'm not gonna lie. While she was in ICU, we were doing some crazy stuff though. Me and my boys, my sister, you know, we freaking took my mom's car out and we was just wilding out. You know, I was smoking crack and sniffing cocaine and dust, and I would come home and my grandma would see me and my uncle would visit, and he'd be like, I would see my sister on the stoop sipping Cisco, and I'm all spaced out off of dust, and I would think I'm dying and shit, and like I wouldn't even care, like, you know what I mean? It was a really tough time, you know what I mean? Really rough time those times, you know what I'm saying? Like when you like a little kid and you think you're gonna lose a parent, you know what I mean? Like someone that you really love, you know what I mean? You look up to. And you know what I'm saying? But thankfully my mom's okay nowadays. I mean, you know, I mean, she was at the hospital not too long ago for something else, you know, for I forgot what it was. Um she was at the hospital not too long ago for I can't even remember, to be honest with you. You know, my mom's a pre-diabetic, so her feet get numb and they swell up sometimes. So my mom was at the hospital for that. But thankfully, the asthma's doing better. You know what I mean? You know, her heart's better. You know, she's taking care of herself, eating healthier. You know what I mean? I mean, oh yeah, she had blood clots in her legs, and they caught it in time. Because if it would have reached the heart, then my mom would. And I know a few people that passed away from that, and young too, young people. You know, young people, young people. You know, my mom's not that young anymore. But let me just tell you, man. Everything that I saw my mother go through really traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? I think that caused me to have a lot of the anxiety problems I have. You know, anxiety, the panic attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? The breathing thing, like seeing my mother not being able to breathe. You know what I mean? That really gave me PTSD. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really gave me PTSD seeing my mother not not being able to breathe, and you know, like, nowadays my panic attacks, my anxiety attacks has a lot to do with that. That affected me, you know what I mean? It really affected me. It really, I mean, that's just an experience. I mean that just put me on, like, you know what I mean? It made me more focused, focused, focused. You know what I mean? It made me more focused. I lost a lot of friends, man. I lost so many friends. I lost a lot of family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, see my mother like that made me more focused. Like, even these panic attacks and anxiety that I get, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, but they make you stronger. You know what I mean? Even though it's not, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's all in your mind. You know what I mean? But it's still a near death experience, even though it's all in your mind. You know what I mean? It's still a near death experience. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people are thinking when they're having anxiety and panic attacks. They're thinking they're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And yo, that really gave me PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Watching my mother like that, and her asthma, and so that affected me, and I still have it to this day, and that that also adds on to everything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's my story, my mom's heart attack story, and I hope you could watch this and you could learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll help you feel better. You know what I'm saying? My mom was blessed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got on my knees and I prayed. I cried. Even my grandmother watched me. And rest in peace, my grandma. I love my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, prayer always works. Prayer always works. You know what I'm saying? Oh, always pray, man. Prayer is nothing like praying, especially meaningful prayers, like, you gotta mean it. You gotta really be real. You know, not no fake little prayer. Like, you gotta break down. Like, you know, hey, I was breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And I love my mother. And hey, God exists, and I'm happy that He exists. I'm happy He's real, and that's it, man. I just want everybody else to know that story, man. I never told this story. You know what I'm saying? I never told this story to nobody, but it's very real, and but yeah, that plays a big role in my anxiety and my panic attacks and my PTSD. You know what I mean? You know, I just don't want to go through what my mom went through. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? It's horrifying. I mean, but at the time, I would have definitely, and still to this day, I would definitely rather me have it than her. Cause I don't want to see a loved one suffer. You know what I mean? I'd rather suffer instead. You know what I'm saying? Word. Alright, man. It's your boy Hack to the tech. To the get that check. And I'm out. Think I spoke a little too much. Alright? Cut it.